views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
And welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. This is the one and only show that opens up the Bronx and the world to you. Coming up on today's show, it's International Nurse Week, and we'll sit down with a local nurse, with all the local nurses, and we'll learn about what one organization is doing to shed light on what you should know about home health care. Plus, we'll sit down with a woman working to help you refresh yourself and be the best that you can be. And after that, we'll find out about a program with a goal to bring life skills to young girls in the community and create peace. And then we'll learn about yoga, the yoga basics and core stability and awareness. We'll teach you all about that. And later on, we'll check out how South Bronx artists have come together to showcase their work and build community. So stay tuned. All of some more is headed your way. We are now open. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. You're watching Open, the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Now, leading things off, May 6th through May 12th is International Nurses Week, a week dedicated to celebrating and recognizing the work that nurses put in, and they really go at it too. They take good care of a whole lot of people, including my mom. And joining us to share more, we have nurses Donna Marcoux and Fatim Sanchez, the Visiting Nurse Service of New York. Although it's there like that, I said it. Welcome. You guys are no strangers to the show, and we thank you, first of all, for all your service and all the great work that you're doing in our community, taking care of our, in most cases, elders. My mom is 88 years old. You guys have been taking care of her for a long, long time.
Wow.
And but this is what you do.
Yes.
It's National Nurses Week, but you said every day is Nurses Week.
Every day is Nurses Week, yes.
Yeah. Well, every day is Nurses Day.
Yes.
Right.
You guys put in a lot of work, and we thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Okay.
So tell us about some of the things that you guys do and some of the services that you offer.
As an adult healthcare nurse with the Visiting Nurse Service of New York, I provide a myriad of different services. It can go from palliative care, it can, be touched on mother-baby. In the middle, it can be chronic or acute. We bring the caring home when no one else can.
Yeah.
So that's our goal, to give innovation to our patients at home so they can climb the ladder to be successful in, getting to their health goals. And that is the key role of the Visiting Nurse Service of New York.
Yeah. And what do you want some of because there are a lot of caretakers involved in this.
Yes.
In my case, it's my sister taking care of my mom most of the time. I have to run from here to there to administer some medications.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you guys do a whole lot. Tell us about some of the other things that you guys do.
Well, we're actually a team of professionals. We range from rehab to home health aid, nursing, social work. So we all work as a team to provide the most highest quality of care to patients, and families are involved, and we do a lot of teaching and educating the family members on how to care for the patient.
And you reassure the family that
Yes.
everything is going to be taken care of. You guys have everything under one roof.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We try to stabilize that home to make them the best that they can, to be at home without rehospitalization. So
Bed
that's what we do.
sores. Bed sores. A lot of
Big
elderly
name,
people get
yeah.
Yes.
bed sores.
And that's where our wound ostomy clinicians come in to play as a team, like Donna said. We come together, look at those bed sores, and get the best treatment that we possibly can as a team. Not only does the nurses play a vital role, it's as well as the home health aide, if there's one in the home. Like you said, you run from place to place, but the implementation of a home health aide will, offset some of that time and pressure so we don't get caregiver role burnout.
And preventative measures are very high priority when we start on day one is preventing pressure ulcers. So it's a lot of teaching on how
That's
to...
a new name for it, pressure ulcers.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pressure ulcers.
Yeah.
It's the nursing word.
Yeah, you have to continue to turn that person because if they lay in that
Yes,
one spot too long, the skin breaks down. And
that's where-
nutrition plays a
That's
very
right.
important
And the key
role.
element is your vitamin C, your protein, and those are things that family members don't know, and that's where we come in to teach.
Yeah.
Just a simple, cup of beans will help, help that bed sore, get back to its, normal state. So it's
Here we are.
collaboration.
Yeah, you guys have been doing this for some time, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Is there one thing that we should know in helping to take care of a person, being a caregiver? I know there's a lot of important things to know, but just give me one.
Patience.
Patience.
Yes.
Patience,
Patience. Patience.
And
with-
willing to learn different things.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think different ways of caring for family members and being open to different instructions and
Yeah.
and
because-
collaboration.
Yeah,
That's the
because
best
that
way.
person needs to feel comfortable too, that
That's right.
caregiver.
absolutely.
And
That person
compassion.
can get sick too.
That's
Yep.
right. You need
Yeah.
that compassion. Without that, your whole goal will fall apart if you don't have that compassion and peace.
Who calls upon you guys?
It can be direct from the patient to our intake line, or it can be referred from
Doctors,
doctors.
social workers, hospital facilities,
Hospitals.
nursing homes.
That's right.
And you guys have been in business for a very long time now.
125 years.
125 years. Give the Visiting Nurse Service of New York a big round of applause. Yes. And continue to do the great work that you guys do.
Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, as home healthcare nurses in New York, what are some of the things that you do that many people think of when they think about nursing? Tell them what you guys do. I mean, you think of the nurse in the hospital, but you guys make house calls.
Right. I think one thing I would like for the people to know that it's just not sick. We don't just take care of the sick. We take care of families that need the services for education purposes, or just to reiterate how to care for the patient at home. The innovation behind all of that is being up to date with the technology. So if we're not up to date with that technology, then things fall at the wayside. So technology and being able to collaborate that care is the most important.
Yeah. And you can elaborate if you want.
Could you tell me the question? She went all out.
Well, the difference between somebody, we always see the nurse in the hospital, they work the
home
hospital, but
care
you guys
nurses
make
is-
house calls.
Yeah, home care nurses are, I think, because we enter the home and you know a patient when you enter their home, and it's gathering everyone together to provide the most quality care for them. And
Quality
just-
care is important now,
yes, very
because
much
you
so.
have some organizations that come in, you throw it at you.
And
Here,
I
do
think
this,
you got to
and
look
keep
at the
it moving.
community too. It's like pharmacy. You have to know your local pharmacy. You got to also know your local senior centers. You got to know your local mom and pop stores and where to shop. So I think coming from the hospital, transitioning to home care is a little bit different if you don't know the community.
Yeah.
So it has to be a community effort.
Everybody
with-
plays a part.
That's right. Yeah,
Know where
to make
everything
us
is.
well.
Know where to
That's
send
it.
those scripts.
That's right.
All right, prescriptions.
That's right. It plays a part. And being in the Bronx, I think, is the highlight for me. I like the diversity in the culture, and that's what makes it home for me.
Yeah. Hey, this is the only mainland
That's
out of
right.
the 5
Yes,
boroughs.
That's right.
Absolutely.
This is
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
home.
Yeah. So there you go.
So-
Tell me one thing I don't know.
One thing you don't know.
Or that one thing we should know
One thing you
about the
should
Visiting
know.
Nurse Service of New York?
We provide an array of different services, like I said before, from the transgender population all the way down to being born. So that's one thing you probably didn't know.
Give them all a big round of applause, everybody. Where can we go for more information? The website or?
Yes, the Visiting Nurse Service of New York. .org. There we go.
Visiting Nurse Service of New York.org.
Yes.
I'm going to hold this up because VNSNY.org?
VNS.
For short, VNSNY.org.
VNSNY.org.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
All right, for Team Sanchez, RN, VNSNY, and Donna Marcoux, RN, VNSNY. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Look, I'm
Thank
still
you for
holding it
having
up.
us.
What does it say? What does it say?
Visiting Nurse Service of New York.
There you go. All right, we have to take a quick break right here, but coming up next, we'll sit down with a woman sharing tips on transforming your thinking. Uh-oh. We're going to slide you into another realm of thinking. But first, it was a groundbreaking day in the Bronx as the construction for La Central, a new development in the South Bronx, took place. Arlene McCulco has a story.
It's a new day for the Bronx's 149th Street Hub District.
On behalf of my colleagues at the Hudson Companies and partners at BRP Companies, the Kretschmer Companies, ELH Management, Breaking Ground, and Communal Life, we want to thank everyone for coming here today to celebrate the groundbreaking of La Central A and B.
The Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr., speaking at a groundbreaking ceremony, shared his years growing up as a child using this abandoned lot as a makeshift playground, unaware at the time that one day he'd play a major role in the transformation of this 4.4 acres of land, soon to be 992 units of housing.
This is about creating a space for future generations. This is so that families and particularly our youth don't have to play in rubble. They'll be in the YMCA. This is about our kids being prepared in technology and media with the over 13,000 square foot BronxNet. I see my friend Paul, who's the chair of BronxNet here. This is about creating housing for a myriad of different communities, a living space, green space.
So just like your borough president, I grew up in this community. My family always came. We shopped here on 3rd Avenue, and I would walk over to Alfred E. Smith High School every day. And every day when I would walk, I would see what was called an eyesore here, illegal dumping, what was happening on this piece of land. Years later, I stand as a local council member of this community and as the chair of the Land Use Committee. And one of my first projects that I had when I came into office in 2016 was La Central.
La Central, now in phase 1 of construction, recently secured a $335 million investment to create 2 buildings with units that are 100% affordable.
It's 496 mixed income affordable apartments, a 50,000 square foot YMCA, retail space, a new home for the BronxNet, Bronx Cable Access TV network, and parking. And we're really excited.
Also excited, Chairman of the BronxNet Television Board of Directors, Paul Gentile.
We've been working over the decades to try and achieve our goal and our mission, which is to bring BronxNet, its services, and all that it offers to the community, to every community.
This area is coming back in a huge way. This is the hub of the Bronx. You get every connection to Manhattan, every connection to the rest of the Bronx right here.
BronxNet at the Hub is really a community technology center.
With studios already at City University of New York's Lehman College and Mercy College at the Hutchinson Metro Center, BronxNet Executive Director Michael Maxnabi is standing in front of the new location.
Windows right here, a window studio, windows on the South Bronx, as well as an immersive media green screen studio and state-of-the-art control rooms so that people can produce new media, students can learn immersive media.
And with just one YMCA, the project will bring the borough's long-awaited new location, says President and CEO Sharon Greenberger.
The magical thing about a Y, we talk about this all the time, is that we do 2 things, right? We provide a sense of belonging and we provide a sense of achievement. And that's one of the really great things that we're looking forward to doing, and then helping people develop healthy skills and habits for life.
I grabbed the chair of Community Board 1 and I said, my name's Aaron. I want to come in next month and meet with you.
That was right after being designated as the developer 5 years ago for the site. Aaron Kaufman, principal of Hudson, says that since then they've had several others.
We've spoken with the local precinct, we spoke with other community groups, the 3rd Avenue bid.
And the fact that this includes so much community facility space, retail, and deep affordable housing, it really fills the gap that embodies all of the needs of the neighborhood. And we're happy that we were able to play a small part in that.
Breaking Ground, ELH, TKC, and Community Life are also developers on the project that is included in the mayor's 10-year plan to build to preserve 200,000 units of affordable housing across the city. The sun is shining bright here in the hub, and it will shine even brighter once La Central is completed in the summer of 2020. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.
And welcome back. You know, on May 11th, Nourish the Soul will hold an Awaken to Your Best You event. It's a beautiful event. And joining us with all the details, we have the goals of the event. We have founder Elizabeth Tripp. I don't know if she's related to Ann Tripp in New York City. She works at Steve Harvey Morning Show. We have to check that out.
Yeah, we have to check that out because it's amazing to hear that someone has my same last name.
And she spells it the same way with the double P at the end.
You're gonna have to give me that
connection. You guys are tripping.
Yeah, we are.
So tell us about your wonderful work.
My work is really wonderful. Thank you for pointing that out. It's all about helping people get to the root of their imbalances with.
That's important. The root.
Yeah, the root of their imbalances with food and their body.
Yes.
Because how many of us have found ourselves doing this in front of the TV or trying to work really hard at the gym to change our body and not seeing the results that we want to get? Or have just completely given up on a program and have swung to the other side of the pendulum. Or have really sort of began to count calories and really meticulously try to eat only a certain amount. All of those things can leave you so exhausted.
And if you're counting calories and only try to eat a particular amount, you can suffer from malnutrition.
You can, and you can suffer from just feeling overall just tired, malaise, and you actually get yourself deeper into a conundrum. So I look at things a lot differently. And so when I use the word root, I'm really looking at the emotions behind why we're doing what we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a pretty new concept. I'm not like a traditional nutritionist, actually.
And get to the root of the problem, because sometimes, you know, a doctor will put a Band-Aid on it.
Yep.
But what caused that?
Exactly.
Where did it come from?
So sometimes we use food like a Band-Aid to make ourselves feel better, to try to help ourselves get a sense of, ooh, I feel good, or well-being, or I want to not feel this sadness or this sort of tough thing that I'm going through. And on the opposite, sometimes we don't eat to not feel our feelings too. And as well as these things can spill over into the way we exercise or the way we behave with our bodies.
So do you transform the way you're thinking by nourishing the soul?
Yes.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
I love that. So Nourish the Soul is about helping people see what emotions they have that they're not dealing with, that are deep within themselves, that are actually changing their conscious conversations with themselves. So how someone can feel when they're very little, maybe not good enough, or like they're a bad boy or girl. And then as they get into older adulthood, they actually start to think, oh, well, who I am isn't okay, and how I look isn't good. And so it can translate into a lot of different negative narratives with yourself and who you are, which can really influence the way you eat.
So give yourself a paradigm shift.
Yes.
By nourishing the soul.
Yeah, so when you clear out these emotions, so I help people in a guided discussion using my intuitive abilities to really clear out their emotions that they haven't dealt with from way past in long time ago. And
So you got a lot of people that are carrying extra baggage.
Yeah, you know the lingo.
Yeah, who comes up to you? Who comes to you, though, for this help?
All types of people.
Uh-huh.
So people who have found themselves that they're sort of at a crossroads, like, why am I overweight and I can't lose it? And I've been on every single diet, every single thing, every program. I've spent tons and tons of money, and I don't understand. And so I actually help them see how their emotions are driving them to do what they're doing with food and why they're stuck in this cyclical pattern. Or I get people who are like, I just don't feel well. Like, I want to be happy. I want to feel proud and confident in my body. But every time I look in the mirror, I don't see that. And so I help people actually access all the really beautifulness and light and confidence and joy that they have within themselves already by just clearing out the old.
Yeah. So is it safe to say the way you think and the way you see yourself, or the way you think, really, is the way you're going to be?
Yes. One of the greatest teachers, the Buddha, said, what you think you become. And so how we think about ourselves actually affects our outward reality. And if we're holding on to negative emotions and not knowing how to let them out, we're really keeping them stored in. And when we do this, we push them down even further. So it can create a really unhealthy dialogue with ourselves.
So get that paradigm shift going.
Yes.
And say to yourself, I can and I will.
And it's even deeper than that. It's actually seeing what you've been holding on to, these kind of silly little stories you've been telling yourself, and going, this story doesn't serve me anymore. I want to make a new story for myself about food, about my body, and how I cultivate well-being.
So give us a little, how do you get people to change their mind, their thought pattern?
That's a very good question.
Because when you tell yourself, whether you say you can or you can't,
Yep.
either way, you're right.
Yeah.
Whether you say you can or you can't,
Yep.
either way, you're right.
That's a very...
So say you can.
Say you can. Well, I'll give you a little example. I had a client who came in and, you know, she's very tall. She's about 5'11". At the time, she probably weighed like 190, 195. She wasn't happy in her weight. And so in our sessions, I actually helped her see where in her childhood she began to say something not so positive about herself and where she picked that up from, and how she in turn held that within her and used food in a not so healthy way to try to make herself feel better. But she ended up packing on the pounds. And so when I helped her actually see that through this guided conversation, she got rid of it. She was like, I want to throw this out. And then through meditation and breath work and mantras and declarations.
Do all of that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I help them create
Seems like a little
whole
bit of
new...
hypnotherapy in there, too.
No
not yet.
hypnotherapy. No, it's a very special, innovative technique.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's really cool. And at my workshop, Awaken to Your Best You, on May 31st, who attends is going to be able to see what this innovative approach is all about.
How's that going to look? What's going to happen there?
Oh, it's going to be awesome. Well, it's at the Center for Remembering and Sharing, which is in Union Square in Manhattan, 6:45 to 9:45 p.m. And we're going to gather together to help everybody see what it is that's holding them back. You know, have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I wish, I know I can look better. I know I can be happier, but where is it? Why can't I find it? Or for a lot of men and women, when they go to the beach, like, I want to look like them. I want their body. I'm going to help people access that.
Watch out.
Inside of them. Find that energy within them. And then really help that translate to how they're feeling. And then when you feel better, guess what? You eat better. Yeah.
And then everybody around you wants to feel better too.
They want to be
contagious.
around you. Yeah. You feeling the contagious energy here?
Where can we find? I do. Where can we find more information on you?
So you can find me at my website. It's elizabethmtripp.com, and that's where you can find all the information to how I work with clients privately, how you can sign up for the workshop, and I have a talk radio show.
Where is it?
It's
Where
on
can we hear?
Yeah, it's
Where can we listen?
It's on Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. on talkradio.nyc. So you can also find that on my website, and I talk all about how to nourish the soul.
Yeah, I'm going to get you a pendulum because I think you can get into a little hypnotherapy.
Hypnotherapy.
You just called it something else, but you use some of the techniques.
I have a very special technique, and I'm an innovator. I'm an intuitive healer, I would say. So I use a lot of my own gifts. So I don't need the pendulum because I have my mind.
Thank you so much. Give her a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Tripp, RN, CDN, owner and founder of Nourish the Soul.
Thank you.
I feel nourished.
Oh, well,
Just with this conversation
so
right
happy.
here.
Yeah, that's what I
so
love
much.
to do.
Okay, we have to take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more. Open.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid. A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close. I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us. But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words. These are not my words. These are not my words.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
And I can't change, even if I try, even if I wanted to. My love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Keep it going, keep it going. Welcome back, everybody. You know, Wednesday from July 11th through August the 29th, Peace-Filled Mental Health will hold a life skills workshop for teens. And joining us with all the details of what you can expect, we have the founder, Keisha Sando.
Sando.
There you go. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First
I'm
time?
glad to be here. Yes, it is
Let's
my first
get it.
time.
First time, everybody. All right. What can you tell us about what you do?
So, first of all, I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I have a group practice. So,
Let me stand up straight now.
Peaceful Mental Health Counseling Services is a group practice. It's based out of downtown Brooklyn, but we do serve people in all of the boroughs. So, Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island. And the main thing that we do is we provide hope for individuals that are coming to receive our services.
Who are these people?
So the
Just people from the community or people
Yes.
coming from different organizations?
Yes, so the people that we serve would be people that are coming in through health insurances. We also work with nonprofit organizations. We work a lot with the foster care system. So we work with a lot of children, adolescents, as well as parents. So we do a lot of parenting training. And then we also work with organizations to go out into their location to provide different groups and workshops.
Oh, good, good. So you make house calls too?
Yes, we
All
do. We
right.
actually do in-home therapy as well.
Oh, wonderful. When did you guys get started?
So we started in 2011, and so that's when we actually founded the practice. But within the last couple of years, we really started getting more into the groups and the workshops. So we're excited about those things.
What made you
coming
want
up.
to get involved in this?
In the groups
And what
or
you're doing?
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of people that you probably come in contact with that have various mental health concerns, whether it's just depression, anxiety. We see people that have a diagnosis with schizophrenia. We have a lot of people that come in with relationship issues. And honestly, those are the reasons why we came in, to provide this service for the community, because we see that a lot of people with those issues, they feel like they're alone. They feel like there's no hope. And for me, the basis, like I said, out of my name is peace-filled. And what we really mean is that we want to fill people's mind with peace. There's a lot of things that are happening in the world that brings about a lot of confusion.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people experience various trauma. So actually, that's one of our specialties, working with individuals that have experienced some sort of trauma. And so that's the reason why we got started, so that we can provide hope to those people.
Yeah, there's probably tons of people out there who really don't want to step up to the plate.
Exactly.
So you guys have that outreach. There's that stigma involved.
Exactly.
I don't want to let anybody know that I have a problem. I can't. I don't want them to see me get involved in this.
Right.
What do you tell those people? How do you make them feel comfortable?
So the first thing is that we tell them that you're not alone. A lot of times people feel that they are the only one that's going through that situation. And so we just kind of normalize it and let them know that they're not alone and that there are people
You know
that...
what I want to do? I want you to break it down, and I'm going to give you this camera. This camera is one of my best friends.
Okay.
We're all friends. It's a family affair thing. But tell that person on an intimate level how you feel and how they should, let them know how you can help.
Okay. So what I want to say to you is that no matter what situation you're going through, no matter if you think it's too difficult, no matter if you think that you're the only person that's going through it, there is still help, and that there is hope for you. And at Peaceful Mental Health Counseling Services, that's the reason why we're here. We're here for you, to guide you through that process, to direct you along that process, and to give you another way of thinking. Part of what we believe is that if you change your perspective, you change your life. So if you come into receiving our services, we'll help you to change that perspective so that your life can change.
And it's okay. Everything's personal. Everything's confidential.
Exactly.
Yes. So they can also come to the program you're getting ready to have.
Exactly. Yeah, we're really
talk
excited about that. So this program is called SQUAD, and the
Squad?
SQUAD. So it's SQUAD. And basically what it means, or what it stands for, is showing quality, unbiased, affirmative direction.
Say it again.
Showing quality, unbiased, affirmative direction. So that's what we're all about. So, this particular group is specifically for adolescent girls. So it's for the ages of 12 to 18. And the reason why we started this group is because through our practice, we see a lot of this age group coming in for a lot of different things, such as self-esteem issues, relationship issues, like I mentioned before, the trauma piece, bullying. A lot of the girls are having issues communicating with their parents. So in that group, we actually provide, again, that support, that hope for them. And we give them a safe, I guess you can say, like a safe space, really, for them to be able to express themselves, and again, so they can see that they're not alone. And then we work through teaching them strategies and techniques on how to deal with those issues. So mainly building coping skills.
Yeah, and that's the adolescent stage.
Yes,
too.
yes, that's a difficult stage. Yes.
Tell me about it. I raised three children through that stage, and they always come back. They have gotten it when they come back and say, "Hey, Dad, I remember what you said when you did a. You know what, Dad, you were right."
Right. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
true.
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get the meltdown and come. But it's a tough stage to adult because they want to be an adult, but they not ready yet.
Exactly.
And
They
they're
want to
right
be
there.
independent.
They want,
Mhm.
they want to be. And some with the mistake that a lot of parents, not a lot, but some parents make is that they say, "What you want to be on your own? You want to be an adult? Then get the heck out."
Right, and they
You know,
need
but-
that support at that time. Mhm.
That's one of the most important
Yeah.
steps right there, the adolescent stage.
Right.
You've been through it, right? You've been through it, and a lot of you have been through it, and you've been through it, and you just have to stick with them every step of the way. So
Exactly.
I'm glad you're giving those services.
Yeah, thank
And maybe
you.
we should include the parent also. or the
Actually,
parents.
yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because the squad group is just one of the groups that we offer during, specifically during the summertime. But what we're also doing is we're providing those groups and workshops on a variety of topics, and one of them is called communicating with parents. So
See it through fruition.
right?
Take
Yes.
that child every step of the way.
Mhm.
Take them on to where
Yeah,
it needs
what
to
we
go.
found is that when you incorporate every part of the team,
Yeah.
specifically the parents, and even give them guidance on how to help their children to maybe manage their behaviors or even to cope with certain stressors in their lives, then it actually help them to be more successful.
Wow.
Yeah, so we like the fact that we're
Deep.
able to do that.
Yeah. So you take this circle and complete that circle, because if it's broken anywhere in there,
Exactly.
you need to connect it.
Yes, we
in
have
that
to pull
area
it
where it's
together.
broken.
Mhm.
Yeah. So do you have any other programs that we need to know about?
So what, in addition to the communicating with parents, we also offer a group called bullying. We also offer another group, loving yourself. And what we're doing with those groups is we're going out to the schools, we're going out to different organizations in the community, and we
Yeah.
offer those there. So if anybody's interested in us actually coming out to their location, we will provide those as well.
And you're going to be talking about it at the event that you're having also?
Yes, we will.
So all of those things will be under one roof?
Yes.
That includes cyberbullying also?
Every part of bullying, every part. Cyberbullying and the social media is a really big thing right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because some teens are committing suicide, and sometimes you live
Yeah.
and it's cyberbullying or something that's
Yeah,
happening
and
at the
unfortunately, the
school.
numbers are increasing. So that's why we're actually, instead of just having people come to our location to receive those services or to get the information on how to deal with it, we're actually offering the service where we come out to
I
the
like
various
that.
boroughs
Yeah.
and provide those services.
There you go.
Mhm.
Making the house call. Just got to be out there on location.
Yeah.
Showing them every step of the way. Well, thank you so much. Where can we go for more information on what you're doing?
So you can actually go to the website, www.peacefieldcs.com, and you can get more information there.
And you work with a lot of the girls. Give a little message to the girls before we leave.
So for anyone that's interested in joining our group, you have a lot of fun during this this summer. We're actually going to be incorporating various activities. We'll do some role plays. We're going to be giving out different items, fun items that girls love, and we'll be doing some role plays as well. It's going to be an exciting time, but you'll also learn a lot and really build some coping skills.
All right. Thank you so much. Get your crew to clap. There you go. Keisha Sando, MA, LMHC, founder, Peace-Filled Mental Health. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
so
by.
much.
And
I
thank
really
you for sharing all
appreciate
that great information. All
Thank
right?
you.
We have to take a quick break right here, but stand by. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next. Welcome back. It's about that time to get into some meaningful movements or some mindful movements. Tonight, May 7th and 8th at 8 p.m., a yoga basics class will take place right here in the Boogie Down Bronx, right in your neighborhood. Joining us with all the details, we have Saotome. Mindful movements. You said like this. Is he going to say my name right? You 10-step for me?
Okay.
Saotome.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that's good.
Tell us about the yoga basics.
Okay, so Yoga Basics is a beginner's yoga course. It's 5 or 6 weeks. This round is 6 weeks long, and we're just going to go through the basic poses, basic breath work, a bit of core work. Just basically.
Are you from Australia?
No, England, London.
England,
yes.
okay.
And we're going to just give the foundation so people can start a yoga practice. It's for beginners or people that have an existing yoga practice that just want to go a little bit deeper into the specific postures.
Yeah. How do we start for somebody that's never gotten involved in yoga and you want to be like well, you're a beginner. What do we do?
Come to the class.
Come to the class. And
yeah,
you make the
so,
beginner feel comfortable.
Yeah, so it's a progressive course. It's the same group of people, so you sign up for the full 6 weeks as opposed to a drop-in class where there might be different people every week. So you get to know the other people in the group. It's more of a workshop style, so you get to know the people you're around. Everyone there is either a beginner or just starting out. Yeah. It's a friendly environment.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So come and get the knowledge of what to do, what to say, how to be.
Yep.
Be mindful.
Yes.
Take away a mindful experience. And you've been doing this for some time, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, I started teaching yoga in London, and then I moved here to the Bronx, and I started teaching. I teach as well at Sweetwater Dance and Yoga, at Bronx Work as well, and then also run my own classes in the yoga.
You know why I said Australia? Because the young lady that does The Secret, you ever hear her narrate her own book, The Secret? She sounds just like you.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Okay.
She sounds just like you.
Okay.
Yeah. So upon coming, how's it going to look when we get there?
So the first week, we're going to just get to know each other. We're going to just talk through just a small chunk of what is yoga and how yoga has been interpreted here in the West. And then we'll just get moving. We'll just start with some basic poses, mountain pose, just standing up, work at the positions of the feet, alignment. Pretty simple things that you might not get a chance to kind of look in depth in if you go to just a regular class and you're just panicking and following along and you don't know what's happening. So
look at this person, maybe.
Yeah, you think you have to be in a pretzel or you have to be flexible.
This person's doing something different over here. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so and then just learning the different names of the poses and.
Does this particular yoga have a name to it? Because
no,
different
this is
types of yoga.
Yeah, this is so. I guess it would be hatha yoga, as we're just we focus on the sun salutations in the beginner's course. So the poses within that, which I don't know. Have you done yoga before?
In a few classes, but sporadically, not really.
So a lot of the classes are the vinyasas. The kind of sequencing is based on the sun salutations, the Surya Namaskar. Yeah. So learning the poses within that will help you if you go to another class. It's a great kind of warm-up. Stretches the whole front line of the body, the back line. Yeah. You can do it in the morning.
And how does that help a person? What do they feel after leaving your class?
Hopefully better. Stretched out and a bit more centered, hopefully. Grounded and more confident as well, just to know that they can do something. It's getting more and more popular now. So
well, a person wants to do yoga to do what? To straighten out what? Or to realize what? Or to enhance?
Wow. I think everyone comes to yoga for a different reason. It might be just for stress relief. Some people want it to get the physical benefits. calm down. They want to try it out. It's the latest craze, you know, like whatever.
Well, that's a
reason.
big one right
yeah.
there. You know, living in New York City, a lot of people are stressed out, you know.
Yeah.
So that stress relief right there, that's a big one. That's a big benefit of yoga.
Also, exercising the body in that way and then kind of like loosening up the joints, it can help you sit more comfortably. So if you wanted to practice meditation afterwards, then you can.
How should I be sitting right now?
Cross-legged on the floor. No, no, just like that's fine. Just, yeah.
Well, I can't get my legs up here
No,
now.
that's
Wait.
okay.
Can you get your legs in your chair? I'm not that flexible. Wait a minute.
No,
Wait.
you don't need to do
I heard
that.
something crack. Wait a minute. You'll get me ready when I get there, though, right?
Yeah, but it will give you, practicing yoga will give you more body awareness. So if you work at a desk or you know, in an office, you just become more aware of your body and your posture. So you might just notice that you're like sitting like this, and then you might just fix it because you have more awareness. If you are like mindful when you practice or when you exercise, then it can help you.
So you start tonight?
Yes, tonight.
Where's it
yes.
going to be?
It's at 294 Willis Avenue at 140th Street. Yeah.
All right. So come early. Be prepared. Should we bring anything? A towel or anything?
You don't need to bring anything.
Should I bring
We
an orange,
have-
an apple, or?
Maybe for afterwards. You can just bring yourself comfortable clothes. You can
Sweatpants maybe, or shorts?
yeah, sweatpants, leggings, t-shirt, tank top.
All right.
And that's it. All the mats and props are provided.
Just bring a tank top, you said? You don't want me to bring a tank top. People wear tank tops. I mean, if it's comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Bring it. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
It's a wonderful thing. So it starts tonight at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, they can sign up online.
Yeah,
on the website.
What's the website?
The website is bronxyogahub.com.
Bronx Yoga. Let me write it down here. Bronx
Yoga Hub.
Yoga Hub.
Yeah.
HUB.
.com.
.com.
Yeah.
BronxYogaHub.com.
Yep.
I got it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You can come back and do a demonstration maybe
Yeah,
next time?
absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thanks.
I love your accent too. We have to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next. Let me see.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
And welcome back. Having fun, having fun. You can clap. There you go. At home, I see you. Thank you so much. You know, on May the 19th, a South Bronx Open Studios tour is going to take place, showcasing the work of local artists in our borough. So joining us with all the details and all the locations, we have Heidi Johnson. Heidi, is that a radio name or a TV name? Heidi Johnson, or
it's not my stage name. That's my real
it's a
name.
stage name, yeah. That's a real thing. Or an athlete or something like that.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
It's the beautiful you, though.
Yes. Thank
you so much for joining us. So tell us about some of the wonderful things that you're doing.
Personally? No. Personally?
You can't tell us everything.
No, actually, I'm a painter in the South Bronx, and I've been there for 11 years, I guess now. So not a long time, but longer than most.
That's pretty long. What do you paint?
Oh gosh, I'm an oil painter, and they're very large scale, kind of multi-layered oil paintings. Lots
people,
of
places, things?
No, I'm not interested in people.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I'm sorry.
Lots.
I'm going to leave that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding you. Lots of animals, actually.
Oh, great.
Yep, lots of animals. Lots of nature-inspired scenes. Yeah.
So you go to like Van Cortlandt Park or one of the parks, and you?
No, I go to my internet.
There
I go
you go.
right to the internet,
There
and
you
I
go.
download all kinds of things from the internet. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you take that. How does that look? You
How does
take
it
that.
look?
You find something that you like on the internet, and you copy, you paint it.
Well, actually, it's a lot of collage style painting, and the process is it starts out with a list of words and a list of ideas, and then I glean all the imagery from the internet and the world around me. And I'm kind of a country girl, so when I moved to the city 20 years ago, it was a big crush for me. So these paintings look like big piles of images.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you just start because internet wasn't out that long.
No,
right?
I know. I had big
Smartphones
piles of
weren't-
books and things. Yeah.
So why did you start this?
The South Bronx Open Studio
Yes.
tour? I didn't start it, actually. I'm a part of it, but I didn't
part of
start it. We started it to raise awareness of the burgeoning community in the South Bronx of artists. There have always been artists in the Bronx, long time. Whitfield Lavelle, I don't know if anyone's aware of Whitfield, but he's an amazing artist that came directly from the South Bronx. Right down around Mott Haven and Port Morris, there are probably 200 studios, but only 30 of them about will be open to the public on May 19th from 12 to 6, and we'll have a pop-up gallery. And I hope we get a good turnout. I think
Where does that start?
Where does it start?
Yes. The tours start where?
Well, there's a map that you can download from the internet, and we have a website called don'tcallmesobro.com. So that right there. So you can start anywhere along the way. Most of the most of the studio spaces are down around maybe 135th in Port Morris. And I think the tour should take, it depends on how long you talk to people or spend in the studios, it should take around 2 hours, I guess. I think it's a great thing to do.
How many people can get involved in the tour?
Hundreds of people can get involved in the tour.
So you're going to take us from place to place? Are there buses?
No, it's a self-guided tour.
Oh, okay.
So you download the map, and
gotcha.
you go from studio to studio, right?
All right.
And I think the beauty of this is that how often do you get to talk to a live artist in front of their work? You never meet the artist. You just see the work, hanging in galleries, hanging in museums. But this is a great opportunity to actually engage.
So that's what's going to happen. You go online.
Yeah.
And
you
the
get
artist
the map.
is right there. You'll be able to communicate back.
No. You
How does
walk to their studios. It's an actual physical tour.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So you go to don'tcallitsobro.com, download the map.
Download the map.
Go to the place that you want and start the tour. And they're all there.
So you can start anywhere you want.
You can start anywhere you want.
Okay, got it. I thought people were going to meet at a certain place and then you were going to take them around.
No. It's a great thing to do for a date.
Yeah.
Your date will think you're very cultured if you do this.
There
Take
you
them
go.
to artist studios.
So what are we going to see? Who stands out in your mind? Well, you have your work. Is your work up?
Well, actually, what I'm doing is a pop-up gallery at 37 Bruckner. So you can come see me, and a lot of the artists, maybe I'm hoping about 2025, will give pieces to this gallery.
Can you also purchase?
You can.
You can purchase on the spot.
Yes, you can. You have to speak directly to the artist about that. That's a very good thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, buying something out of an artist studio. Yeah.
So bring your credit card or bring cash?
Oh, I would bring cash. I would bring a purse of cash.
A purse of cash. You're going to see a lot of things. You can decorate your home,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, definitely, definitely. We're hoping to get a lot of kids. I think it's great for kids. I mean, as I say again, how often do you get to talk to an artist sitting in front of their work?
Yeah.
So that's a very positive thing.
That's great. That's great. So how many locations do we have again?
We have about 5 main locations, and within those locations there should be about maybe 5 or 6 studios in each location. Some are heavier than others, but when you go to don'tcallmesobro.com, you'll see the map and you'll see the listing of artists.
Now, which studio has the food?
Oh, hopefully they all will. I'll tell you, I have some
You
beer
have
and
the
wine.
food?
No, I have the beer and wine down at the opening, so the adults can come and see me.
What's the address of the beer, wine, and cheese?
Oh boy,
Or
here we
cheese
go.
too?
No cheese yet. That's 37 Bruckner.
37 Bruckner. So we should definitely come and check
Oh,
you out.
yeah.
Anybody else stand out in your mind? We should go?
Oh God, many people, too many. You have to go to the website and look.
So download it,
Yep.
take your best friend, your significant other,
Yeah.
and do the tour.
Bring your kids. I
Yeah.
say bring your kids.
Excellent. Now, does it have a time on it? When does it close?
12
When
to
does it-
6.
12 to 6?
Yeah.
And does it go all, is it all year?
No, it's just that one day.
One day.
Saturday, May 19th.
Oh, Saturday, write it down, Saturday, May 19th.
Yeah.
Saturday, May
19th.
19th,
Yeah.
from 12 to 6.
We're right near the Bronx Brewery, too. You might take a walk over there and say hello to them. And we're not the only organization in the South Bronx. There's The Point, run by Danny Peralta. That's on Garrison Avenue. That's also another really interesting venue that people should look at. They're not part of our tour, but I'm just telling you that, you know, within our community, that's a really wonderful
All
place.
right, thank you. We have to take a
Yeah.
look at your work.
Yeah.
And come and get some,
Oh, yeah.
some wine and beer.
Oh, please come and talk to me. I'm going to be standing there all alone, so come and talk to me.
Oh, no,
Please do.
we'll come,
Please
right?
do.
We'll come.
Hopefully. Yeah.
So we have to go online and download or see Sobro, call Sobro?
No, don't call me sobro.com. And
Don't call me sobro.com.
Yes, don't call me sobro.com. There'll be a list of artists, a list of locations, and there will be a downloadable map.
Got it.
Yes.
And it'll have your location right there.
Right there.
Take it out.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Give her a big round of applause,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Heidi Johnson, Bronx artist.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again.
Oh, we're
Okay.
going to have to, next time you come, we have to show some of your pictures.
Oh, at some
Yeah,
point.
right,
At
live
some
on TV.
point. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I would like to thank our guests and you for joining us, you, our viewer, for tuning in and checking it all out. And if you missed any part of today's show, well, you can tune into the recablecast of Open at 5 and 10 p.m. or you can watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org or catch an all-new episode with our host, Darren Jaime, at 10 a.m. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. I'll see you on the radio, 107.5 WBLS. And always remember this, whether you say you can or you can't, either way you're right. And what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let your choice control the choosing. Catch you another day, another way. For all of us here at BronxNet, have a great and enjoyable day. We love you all. Peace.